This time home spec inspection, getting ready to do an inspection this morning for 668 Tanner Peak Trail. Getting started a tad early this morning. This is an ASHI inspection. ASHI is the American Society of Home Inspectors. A copy of ASHI's Standards of Practice is given with the home inspection contract and is the contract. Basically, what we're looking for here is major issues. Hopefully there aren't any. If there are, then we have the electrician, the plumber, the furnace person, the structural engineer, window guy, whoever it may be, to come out to further evaluate. To give you estimates on how much it's going to cost to fix and repair. And it still probably should be under some sort of a warranty. Usually you have a 10-year structural warranty and 2 or so year on some other stuff. So anyway, so if we find issues with it, then we find the experts in whatever field it is come out to further evaluate. Okay. The reason for that is you need prices, and there's different ways of fixing the same problem. Different costs, methods, materials. You get different opinions on the same problem. Okay, I don't do that. It's contractor stuff. Okay, I'm going to start on the roof and work my way down. So the roof's pretty much perfect. It's asphalt fiberglass, architectural shingles. Looks good. Okay, I don't see any issues, and kind of what we expected. We're going to take a look at the rest of the roof here, but looks good to me. These roofs last about 15, maybe 20 years. But probably guess about 15 years. Gutters are good. So far so good. One thing you may want to do, you don't have gutters on that right there on that very top deck. And they probably didn't have to put them in for code. But what happens, it constantly drips down there. Wears out your lower shingles, okay? You get big icicles, put holes in your shingles, and then it drips and splashes on your siding, okay? So if this was my house, I'd put a gutter up there, even though you really don't need one by code. Bring the downspout down here and drain it like that. And the other thing is all that roof load of water coming down here, they didn't make the gutter on the bottom big enough to handle the load, so it can overflow the lower gutters. That's just a heads up if you're going to be here for a while. Just so you know, it's a very top roof up there. That's called a ridge vent roofing up there. Okay, it's one of the better ways to vent a roof. It's not a defect. Okay, so other than that, you look good here. I'd figure out what you want to do with the water here. This water's not going anywhere. It's ponding right here, as you can see. So I'd probably dig this out and figure out a way to give this to your neighbor. Okay, so anyway, I'd stay away from underground drains. I know that's a knee-jerk response, those French drain things, but they plug up. Yeah, just stay away from those. Try to do a natural swale and get this water away from your house. This is your wood fiber product here, and this is concrete. So most of the house is concrete siding. I call it hardy boards, what they usually call it. But anyway, so that's good to go. That's good. That's real good. Underneath here, underneath the window well, you want to put backer rod. You know what that is? That cylindrical round backer rod in there first. And then caulk that window gap, and then take that spacer out down there and caulk that. Look at that huge gap. You're gonna have water coming in there. Not alone you lose your R value. I'd cover this. I put a piece of plexiglass over this. It lets light in, lets air in, and keeps everything else out, even your kids. Yeah. This wood fiber siding here, our trim actually is starting to wick up already. The reason for this is they didn't paint the cut ends when they put it up, and they won't. Even though you tell them that, they won't do it. I get some channel lock to get this thing off. This is going to freeze. Cover your window up, put plexiglass over it, and then caulk the edge of the windows. Put backer rod in there first. And these little gizmos here, I think these are from Home Depot type deals. You're supposed to have permits probably for all this. I'm not real worried about it, but it'd be drywall, not wood. And then that hole, where's that hole at? That hole in the corner should be filled too. He's finishing the basement here. You need to have a permit to do all this. And then he's got your PEX line here drooped all over the place here and over here too, because he's trying to finish this thing the wrong way. Okay, I can't get this hose bib off here without, we're not going to break it, so that's going to be something you're going to have done. I want to clean that thing. This is one of these goopy things that stays on all the time. These vents, how dirty that is. Yeah, it's because these houses are so tight. They make those stay on. A pan with a drain underneath your washer, this thing overflows, is going to ruin your floor in your house. Probably get your ducts cleaned out because it restricts your airflow and you breathing all that in. Up here in the attic, nothing wrong up here. That's your ridge vent system up there. Blowing in insulation. You got your baffles for your proper ventilation. I don't see any issues up here. So we be's good. This thing is sloped the wrong way. That water's going to stay in there, can freeze. It has to be sloped away from the house at a pretty good slope or that can freeze. I'm surprised it hasn't. You can't get to the pump to change it out. You're really not supposed to do the radon mitigation system. You have to disconnect that to get the new pump. You really can't get to that sucker, so. Oh yeah, you're supposed to be able easily homeowner visual inspection of the sump pit. Gets full of water and this pump doesn't work. You won't know about it until it floods your basement. This furnace should have been cleaned and was never cleaned. You have drywall dress. It can shorten the longevity of the furnace and void the warranty on it. Actually, this should be cleaned and serviced by an HVAC pro. Okay, for real. Especially a high efficiency furnace. This is loose right here. Probably a little CO leak here. We can check it. We'll see what happens.
It's funny when you really start to just inspect something.
So that's pretty much the conclusions of the inspection. 4668 Tanner Peak Trail. That's it.